Business financing, I need to establish a company. What I will do, what will be the first step? The first step is to take a decision from where to get money. Second decision, where to invest money. And the third portion is what to do with surplus or profit. We are still in beginning, so I will skip the third one and will go for financial decision and investment decision. Financial and investment decision, why we need to get money or to increase our liquidity, to increase our fund. Like for example, a state need to increase to raise fund, or a company need to raise fund. What they are doing? They have to take financial decision. For financial decision, we have two options. Option number one, we'll go to a bank and we'll take loan and then we'll start a business. Is it good? Appreciated? No, of course no. Because when you take loan and you are establishing new business, you are taking a high risk. On the other side, equity, we have to increase our equity. Then where to invest this decision? Like for example, you are investors, you have money. Now you have to take a decision of investment. Where to invest your money? You have two options again, long term and short term. And equity, to make equity or to get equity, to increase equity or to take a investment decision, these all things are coming under capital market. What are in capital market? How I increase through capital market my liquidity, my fund? How can I establish my business? I have a small factory, but the demand is very high. I cannot fulfill, I cannot produce what is required in the market. I have to fix one other machine, but I don't have cash facility. What I will do? We have one option to go to the stock market, to the capital market. Capital market are two types, bond market and stocks market. Bond market, you know, aware of bonds, is very simple structure. Bond issuer announce, and then investor or lender is coming, and then they are investing this money in a project. The return from project, they are paying the fixed amount to the investor, and the remaining amount is taken by the issuer. But bond market is not Islamic or non-Sharia. So what is the alternative? What I have? Bond market is a debt security certificate. Interest rate is fixed from the day one. Agreed on obligation to pay interest or riba. A formal contract for the payment of borrowed money. Then what is Islamic? In Islamic, I have Sukuk. What is Sukuk? Sukuk is asset linked certificate. Asset linked certificate. The income or profit to the Sukuk holders is derived from the underlying asset of the Sukuk. Point number 3, Sukuk represents certificate of equal value. There is no, according to Sharia, there is no preference shares. There is no preference Sukuk, because if I am issuing Sukuk for this table, so the whole parts are equal. So the Sukuk value will be equal. Point number 4, representing undivided ownership in assets, usufructs or services. Because in next slide is coming that Sukuk bases are 4, and these are the things, that assets, usufructs or services. Generally, the Sukuk holder are paid the periodic income on quarterly, monthly, half yearly, yearly basis as a periodic distribution. And this periodic distribution is considered like a regular source of income. Now, question is coming in your mind that yes, in bonds also they are paying quarterly. But in bonds they are paying you interest, which is not allowed in Sharia. In Sukuk they are paying you upfront profit. And this all what you are receiving, Mahesh has a book and he is writing the whole numbers. And finally on maturity he will deduct this amount and he will say you already received and this is the remaining amount, enjoy your life. So they are not paying interest, but this quarterly and regular source of income is from your own profit. Why is to issue sukuk and raise fund? Why not to go to the bonds? First of all is a faith, and Islamic banking is faith-driven phenomena representing 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide. So first of all, like we conduct a survey in UAE, 90% Muslims were coming to Islamic banks only for one reason, and that is religious satisfaction, nothing else. And non-Muslim were coming for 3-4 reasons: superiority of product, transparency, satisfaction, and this and that. Why to issue sukuk? 3 main advantages for preferring sukuk, and these 3 main advantages for investors. Number 1, exposure to the international market. If a company issuing sukuk, then the company will go and will register sukuk in stock market. So the company getting exposure to international market. Number 2, company can attract global market. Is not only for one street, not only for one village, not only for one city, but sukuk are globally recognized, sukuk are globally registered, sukuk are globally introduced, already people know about sukuk. The third one is sukuk is a liquid instrument. Anytime you need cash, just go to the exchange, go to the issuer and get back your cash. So cash in your pocket. Cash in your pocket. These are the 3 main things. And as a Muslim, yes, you are doing Sharia compliant, you are doing business according to Sharia rules and regulation. On every step, on every pie, you are getting reward from Almighty Allah, because you are doing a business which is allowed by Sharia.
Are we allowed to ask questions?
No. Because you did not allow for questions.
I have a question. You just mentioned that a sukuk is always liquid. No issuer is going to buy back your sukuk if it is a public vehicle. In a private transaction, yes, but I can't see Nakil or any major issuer. If I took my sukuk back to Nakil, the issuer will not. He will basically ask you to go to an agent or a secondary market. So I just want to know, I can understand it in a private basis, but in a public domain, how is that possible?
Yes. You are giving me the example of Nakhil. Why you are not giving me the example of Sukuk al-Watani, national bonds? National bonds, you can go direct to the issuer, or you can go to Al-Fardan Al-Ansari exchange. Anywhere you can get back your money. Only if you go to exchange, then they will take 25 dirhams, only fixed amount. Whatever the amount is, whatever the sukuk is. but they will take 25 dirham only for processing charge as the processing charges, and on spot they will just give you cash and they will redeem your sukuk. Otherwise you can go to the National Bond Office and just they will give you a check.
But that is just the national bonds. If you take, for example, most of the other sukuks that are available on the exchanges, none of the issuers or originators have the capability in the first place.
I will say in short that this is not Sharia issue, this is market practice.
So, it's not...
Yeah, it's not Sharia issue, because in Sharia you can redeem, you can take, liquidate, buy back, or you can appoint someone as agent, then okay, go there and he will buy this sukuk from you. Is your settlement. What are the commercial advantages? The pricing is very competitive in comparison with other means of financing. Like for example, if you go for personal financing, you will pay a huge amount of interest, and this amount will increase day by day. Even if you are coming to Islamic banks and you have commodity murabaha, you need cash facility, they will give you commodity murabaha. You can use this cash anywhere, but you will pay a huge amount of profit. While sukuk is very simple. Just they are purchasing sukuk, the sukuk holder, and it is in favor of the client who want to raise fund through sukuk. Your cost will be very low. You are not paying more. You are not suffering from huge debts, because there is no debts. Underlying assets. There are some terms in underlying assets, because when we will go to sukuk structure, the very famous and the very common and the very popular sukuk are based on ijara. Ijara sukuk based on assets. So what are the terms, what are the condition in assets? There are 5 points to be noted. Number 1, the asset have to be qualified. If I am issuing is only in case of ijara, not mudaraba, not wakala. In case of ijara, yani leased based sukuk. In case of ijara, the assets have to be qualified, the assets has to be quantified, need to have a value, not only just for example far away in jungle someone has one warehouse and there is no use and nothing beneficial, because if there is no benefit, then it means I am collecting money from people for nothing and I cannot give them return. Number 5 is revenue generating assets. This asset must be revenue generated assets, and there has to be at least 1/3 of sukuk assets are tangible assets for credibility. 1/3 minimum. Maximum, yes, 100% is very good, excellent, but minimum 1/3 is required. It means we cannot issue sukuk for a company only in files. Got my point? We cannot issue sukuk for a company which is only in file, in papers, because for ijara sukuk we need sukuk to be quantified and qualified, and valuable sukuk, valuable assets.